Dias Buenos. Did I wash this? I guess I'll rinse it. I'm making tea this morning. This tea makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Tea makes me feel good. Hope y'all are off to a good start. It's wild because it's like I'm doing my best to be more intentional about my content, but I realize that I have to like be more strategic, and I'm accepting that. And I can't do things the way that I did them before. Like back in 2023, I was blessed to commit to a vision of doing my podcast. And the way that I did it, it was strategized, but like I was quick to sacrifice my strategy for just doing things the way I wanted to in the moment. I'm recognizing as I'm getting older that that's not so realistic, and that strategy is actually worth it. Strategy is a lot of worth it in a lot of ways. So that part, and then also recognizing like, you know what? I also can't do things the way that I did them for multiple reasons. It's a different season of my life. It requires a different type of approach to everything. So to be trying so intentionally and somewhat desperately, to be trying so intentionally and desperately to be what I was is bound to be a fail. Nice. Making tea. No, but I'm gonna try. I got these art projects in my head. But yeah, I'm realizing that the more I go on, you know, some of this just ain't it. I want to slice this. Maybe I'll do this. I got a Skinner. I got a Skinner. There's a Skinner in here. Is this where is a Skinner? I haven't. It's funny you even say Skinner. This peeler. Oh, it works. Yeah, I can just peel it. That's actually what I want to do. I want to peel it anyway. I didn't want to chop it. Yeah, you chop the peeler, don't you? Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Real nice. That's it. Oh. Yeah. I'm realizing that the things I want require a different level of intentionality. That's actually the word of the day, intentionality. You know, someone actually told me that, someone that I love. They mentioned that it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And the more we have conversations centered around that, the more I recognize the truth in it. You know, I already understood it. It's like, there's people that practice Christianity, but the ways in which they practice it aren't so Christ-like. Right? There's people that do a lot of things, you know? I'm a person who does certain things, and the things I'm doing could be assumed to be done with a sense of malice at times. And I'm like, no, man, like I'm genuinely doing this from the heart. Unfortunately, there's people who aren't doing it from the heart, but I'm not one of them. Like, I genuinely enjoy doing the things I do. That's why I'm up at 7 a.m. making this tea that I might get an opportunity to share with some family. Like, that's dope to me. That's like really dope. And that's actually the core of my brand, built in private, blessed in public. I don't care that you know, because I've been doing it for myself and people I care about in private. So by the time I bring it out to the public, it's like, oh, yeah, you think that's cool? Nice. We've been thinking it's cool for years. This is who we've been. Even like as I'm doing my different journey spiritually, I've been blessed to go back and witness my inner child and think about these moments I shared with my grandmother. My maternal grandmother was a very nurturing woman. She also had a very deep shadow. Like, she had a really deep shadow. But her nurturing side was so beautiful that you wouldn't even notice the shadow. Her light shines so bright that you wouldn't notice the shadow. And that's what I've been blessed to do too. My light shines so bright that there's no need to talk about the shadow. Even as a kid, I would do things that weren't like proper. I would do things that probably would have gotten other kids in trouble, but my light was so bright that it was no need to even mention that. Why would you say that about Marquise? Why would you bring that up about Marquise? I'm making a ginger tea. Gingers. I got my ginger. I have some lemons. I got cinnamon, the cinnamon, right? And I got a cinnamon stick. I haven't done a ground cinnamon yet, but yeah, I'm really hyped about this. And I might add. I'm trying to figure out what else I'm gonna add, but just boiling some water in a pot, throwing some cinnamon in, real basic, you know. And I decided to get on live and yap while I do it. You know, I'm part of the yapper generation. Yippity yappity yappity. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about what you think about life, man. Go get a job. But yeah, like my grandmother was so nurturing, man. She had 12 kids. She had 12 kids. She was a mother to her community. In a community of East Baltimore, my grandmother has 12 kids, and this is not an anomaly. This was the standard at the time. Many women had a lot of children that were from where my grandmother was from. So I run into people who are like, yeah, my grandmother had this many kids. You sound like, I was like, yeah, because that's who our peoples was. But a lot of us don't know our history. A lot of us think our history starts somewhere else, or we don't really sit with the truth of it. You know, we sit with what we told sometimes longer than we need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I think about this halftime show that just happened, and people was like, the worst halftime show ever. It's like, it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, everything don't gotta be for everybody. We need to get that back in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody. Not even a little bit. Like, I like to do calisthenics. I don't expect everybody to be a calisthenics dude. I think some people are gonna go to the gym and lift their 120-pound dumbbell and feel great about their life. Some days I want to be that guy, and then other days I don't. I started my workout journey being that guy for a second, but then I realized I like my mobility, and I want to prioritize my mobility. I think shaming people for their priorities is corny. Like, I'm recognizing that the older I get. Like, I was mad judgmental in my early 20s. I don't see how they can do it. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't live that life. I don't need to see how they can do it. And if I'm blessed to be able to give them a deeper, like, vision, like I can see it with them, cool. But, like, who cares? Who cares if I can see it with them? Do I need to see why you do something to give you grace for doing it? I gotta understand why you doing that so I can be patient with you. No, I can just be patient with you. I can just love you for who you are, as you are, when you are, because that's what I had in this moment. And again, like, I'm saying all of this not from a place of I do it perfectly. I'm saying this from a place of observation. I think that's the other part that's awful about the internet right now. Anytime somebody speaks on something, they have to be a complete, like, perfect practitioner of what they're telling you to do. Like, plenty of people get taught high-level mathematics by teachers who don't work in the fields that they're prepping them for. The teacher doesn't have to do the thing. That's actually why they are the teacher. That was a joke that I used to hear in college. They were like, and the people would use it as a slight, and I'm like, that's stupid. Like, why are you slighting the teacher? They're like, those who do go work in the field or something, and those who can't teach, or those who can do, and those who can't teach. It's like, bro, we are blessed to have teachers. We need teachers. We need gatekeepers. We need people that actually appreciate the crafts. We need people like that. But what we don't need is egotistical teachers. We don't need egotistical gatekeepers. We don't need people that think it's about them because they're blessed to be something, and make people and shame people for not being able to become what they are. I've been in classes with teachers who are like, I'm better than you. It's like, bro, you're my teacher. You're supposed to be. Like, if my teacher isn't better than me, why am I in your class? The student finds the teacher when they're ready. Bro, you're my teacher. Like, why you gotta hold it over my head too? Like, we've already proven that you're good at this. But I guess it's insecurity. And then that's the other half too, is a lot of insecurity. Like, there's a generation that's come up that doesn't need any of the things that the prior generations needed to be fully functioning humans. But they still need character development. So these kids don't have to learn math in the way we learned it. They don't have to sit down and do typing drills for 30 hours. Like, they can, and they'll be blessed if they do some of the rudimentary fundamentals, right? They could benefit from the fundamentals. Or they could just start with a leg up. I don't think that it should be so easy that like people don't have discipline, but I also don't think it should be so hard that people hate themselves and want to harm others. Because it's to the point where I'm watching people hate themselves and want to harm others. It's like, bro, why are you marching on Ohio? Why are you marching in Ohio with a Klan hoodie on, bro? Like, you're a grown man. Why do you have a hood on marching through a town talking about bring back the good times? Like, where you headed? Where you headed, bro? They need to just build time machines so people can get what they're asking for. But the sad part is a lot of these people that want to go back to that time period would be disenfranchised from the actual wealth there too. Because it wasn't the power that be ain't actually in accord with the people that they telling to like ride for them. That's what the power, that's what's so funny about supremacy. Somebody gotta be below. Somebody gotta take a bow. Hey, Sabrina Carpenter. Oh, that's cute. I'm good today. You know, I can't complain. Now I got this ginger cooking in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? It's smelling real right. I'm getting my shave on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody tell a real Sabrina Carpenter I think she cute for real. That's crazy. That'd be hard though. Jackie Estelle. Hi, Jackie. How you doing this morning? How you doing today? Wherever you are, my lady. So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. It's nothing more precious than to raise a family. It isn't doubt in your mind. You know, I randomly had these R&B spurts, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. It's like a mental health thing or something. I just randomly break out in the R&B riffs. Ooh, yeah. Yo. Yeah, I grew up on that R&B, man. My aunt used to play that Drew Hill. Ooh, that's why I'm cooking this up. Got the sinuses, mucus build-up type thing. Type Jimmy Jam. But yeah, my aunt used to play that Drew Hill, that Jagged Edge. Nothing is promised to me and you, so why don't we let this thing go? Baby, I promise that I'll stay true. So now, time is something gone. Baby, I promise I'll never leave. I promise everything will be alright, girl. And like, you ain't had to sing for real. You just knew the lyrics. You know the lyrics and smile. You know what I'm saying? Chime in from time to time. My cousin went to a dance the other day. I was so happy for him. Mans was like, yeah, I was at this dance for real. He didn't say all of that, but he said he was at this dance, and he was at this dance. My cousin, like a girl cousin took my god cousin to her dance. So they had to dance or whatever, and she's showing him how to do some of the steps, some of the round the way steps, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my cousins a little more hood than the other cousin type thing. You know, we're gonna share some culture. You don't know, how you don't know this? How you don't know this line dance? Go there, then go here, and go there. You know what I'm saying? So she showed him the little steps for real. They dancing, being cute, being good looking and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he left. After they left, you know, got home, gave people time to think about them for real. My cousin homegirls at her school was asking about them. I said, go ahead, cousin. Go ahead, cousin. Let them know They was asking about him. They said, "Who was that with you?" I said, "Yeah." That's how it go. You just gotta be in the spot. Man, I remember my first dance. I was in like 6th grade. My cousin was at this Christian school, and they used to do dances more than my school. So I always would ask him, like, man, like I'm trying to hit one of these dances up. And when I finally was in 6th grade, I was old enough to go. So he invited me, man. Pulled up to that dance, man. Them 8th grade girls, the ladies came through in the dresses. Now look, I'm in 6th grade, and I think Stomp the Yard and You Got Served was just coming out type thing. So this is like crump music era. I'm from Baltimore. Baby. Like I'm from Baltimore. So we doing these crump dances. We rocking off. We trying to rock off. But like, I just couldn't catch it. My cousin really wasn't no dancer like that. He was like he's a wall holder. You know, he was holding the wall. You know me, I'm like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. And I went out there, man. Just had a couple shorties. I just always be trying stuff. I'm a risk taker. So I don't know these girls. I don't really know nobody. My cousin introduced me to a couple people, and I ran. I was on. I'm in there making friends. I got the white kids in there I got the white kids hyping me up. I started going. It was like a real Disney Channel moment. Like, I'm really in there fake crumping. If your man ain't on the floor and me ain't, let him know. You see, I can run it. It's me, I can run it. Real stupid looking. Real dumb, man, eh? Real goofy. But I had fun, man. And then they slowed them joints down, man. They slowed that music down. You know that slower R&B, man. caught me a shorty that was liking how I was fake crumping. She didn't even care that I couldn't. She didn't care that I was off beat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She didn't care that I was off beat a little bit. You know, a little bit. Sometimes I don't be hitting the beat when the beat happened. I get it after. I got a delay going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hitting. I end up dancing so good. A shorty in a grade above me is like, I want to dance with you. I said, all right, come on then. Get over here. And I got the fakest confidence. Like, that's what confidence actually is. Confidence is a con. You know what I'm saying? Like, confidence is like, I don't really know if I can do it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try, though. No, I'm going to try. So, yeah, I'm like, I'm lit. We do our little dance. You know what I'm saying? They look away. I pull her closer. You know what I'm saying? I'm the 6th grader with the 7th grader. I'm almost about to go for cheeks. I'm just at the low back. I'm like, should I go up? No, I'm gonna hold her here. You know what I'm saying? Real cheesed up. Looking at my cousin like, hey! Hey! You know what I'm saying? I left that joint. I didn't get her number or nothing, but it was funny just having that moment, man. Having them moments growing up. I think that's low key why a lot of people be crashing out or thinking they gotta get money and all of this weirdo stuff. Like, bro, if you don't go to the club and dance, go to the club and dance with some of these women, man, and show them that you're a human being and not an object. Show them that you're not a paycheck. Like, people have already assumed they're a paycheck in the minds of most women, and women don't really be thinking like that, bro. Some of these ladies just want to be held to a slow song. Like, held. Let her do the dancing, nigga. You just stand there and move. Move your feet. Just move side to side. Let her do the dancing. You know what I'm saying? Let her do the dancing. Y'all want to be everything but the thing you need to be. Pay attention, nigga. Wake up. Wake up. Really, man. It's Christian day school. At the Christian day school. I don't know what it was, but I mean, like, that was a major blessing. Like, they put that little dance together. We wasn't outside on those street vibes. We in here listening to some good music, dancing with these young ladies. You know what I'm saying? Minding our business. Being respectable. And then the other half was like, the other half of my childhood is like house parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, by 7th grade, I start to have my friends start to be a little more active. You know what I'm saying? Some of the friends start to have adult moments in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Like, moms ain't there. Moms ain't coming home for a lot of hours. what I'm saying, after school. So it's some activity that shouldn't be taking place unsupervised. And honestly, if it was supervised, it wouldn't even be taking place. Like this activity, nobody was supposed to be doing it all at that age. You know what I'm saying? But I stayed innocent as best I could. You know, I wasn't looking to be a father, and I wasn't looking to be a disease carrier that young. So I was like, I'm gonna keep my guy locked away. I don't even want to have to worry about them type things. I'm just trying to go to high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it past 25. I'm not trying to be a teenage father. But yeah, it was a lot of activity early on. And we had so much sex music. I'm gonna just call it what it was. That Pretty Ricky era, that MySpace era. Pull up on her like 5 in the morning, and I'm having with you. So I'm like in fifth. I think I'm in fourth grade, listening to it's 5 in the morning, and I'm up having with you. So let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about bubbles in the tub. Let's talk about making love. What are we on? Let's talk about making. Let's talk about making love. Let's talk about you on. Woo! And it's going. I wanna talk dirty to you, baby, on Highline. It's not 5 in the morning. I'm yawning. Yo, like that. Yo, it's like, and then if you was managed, you have a babysitter, and if you was lucky, she wasn't going to make you be something you wasn't ready to be, and it would stay innocent. But I mean, depending on how you look at it, perspective, right? Because some people was like, you know what, I wanted to jump off the porch. I jumped off the porch and flew. Some people was like, I was outside and inside. They were ready to go. They were TTG, where they go train to go. He said, I knew what I wanted. I went for it. I said, okay, go ahead, brother. And then some people just wasn't ready for that mentally. Some people are like suspended in childhood, suspended in like trauma. Oh, I got therapy in a second. What am I doing? I'm doing all of this, but yeah. Some people are suspended in childhood, man. Suspended in a grown childhood because they started things before they were ready, and they didn't have clear guidance on what exactly it was that they were doing. So it's like Mans is in math class, trying to add up some things that don't need to be added. He's trying to get into something he don't need to be getting into. Mind is on cheeks and walls. Mine is on cheeks and walls, and he needs to be thinking about his addition and subtraction. How you gonna learn PEMDAS when you trying to get into something? You know what I'm saying? People in the bathroom getting active. Man, we supposed to be in math class right now. What you in here doing with her? No, I don't want none of that. I don't need none of that right now. We supposed to be in math class. You over there? You in the stairwell? Getting active. We supposed to be learning about how to write essays. And like I can't blame people, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't blame you for your trauma. But the thing that I recognize too is like once we learn what don't work, we gotta figure out better ways of going about it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in middle school skipping school to go to the freak party. To the freak kickback in middle school. This was what it was. This is where we grew up. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Know when to leave. Say, oh y'all, you don't even got no condoms. Nope. What's finna go on down here? I said, she don't even seem like she wanna do this. Nope. I'm good on that. I said, I don't take trains. I drive cars. I don't take trains. I drive cars. Y'all want something else. I said there will be one driver on this trip, Nick. There'll be one driver on this trip. Respectfully. Shout out to the people. No, they say don't shame people kinks. But I don't take trains, I drive cars. I said, we gonna be a short. I said, we? I said, we gonna be where? I said, no, y'all gonna be there. I'm going home. I gotta study. And the sad part is I still wasn't a great student. Like I wasn't top level student. I wasn't top tier. But I still was just like, yo, I just don't think that's it. I just know it's a better way than this, bro. I just know it's a better way. It's gotta be. And then the story come out, those brothers went on to be teenage fathers. Those brothers went on to be teenage fathers. It's like, what are we rushing to? That's what my OG tell me a lot, but I still don't be hearing him sometimes. He's like, take your time, bro. Take your time, brother. So you're right. But I want it now. It's my money and I need it now. It's my money and I need it now. Yeah, I love my childhood though. Overall, I love my childhood. I love my city. Even through the trauma. I mean, I be hearing about people that was trying to be on what we was on and they just don't be hitting the same. I'm like, yeah, y'all ain't really built for that. It's cute though. And it's weird because it's like I said, sometimes I was putting up this fantasy image so that I could keep my mind from wrestling with the deeper realities, but like going to the funeral of a 7-year-old who playing, not a 7-year-old, going to the funeral of a 7th grader who was playing with a gun. And not even playing with a gun, he was prepping a gun for whatever he planned to do with it. Going to the funeral of a 7th grader. I appreciate you, dummy. Appreciate you. Yeah, and don't take offense to dummy, y'all. You know, dummy got multiple layers. I'm from a place where we call each other stupid. Call each other a lot of different things we're not supposed to call each other allegedly. But it's really just to test your heart. Say, what you really on? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't always like it. Sometimes I don't like it depending on who's saying it. Because you know where it's coming from. But it can be a term of endearment. So yeah, I appreciate you, dummy. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, but like I said, man, came up in an era that like don't get talked about because it was so traumatic. Like my father was off at war for most of my childhood type thing. Maybe I'm gonna throw these in here too. I'm trying to just throw the joint. I'm gonna throw the joints with the skin. I'm boiling it, so whatever. But yeah, like growing up in an era where like it really felt like the world was gonna end at different times. My father spent most of my childhood deployed. And then some of my friends or cousins' father just wasn't in their life at all. So we right there in sync, like, yeah, man. It's hard being the kids of single mothers, man. Right? And then people want to shame that so much. My mother did everything she needed to do. My father did everything he needed to do. Or he could. All he was able to do. And then the other part that's funny is like, there's so much community that fills in the gaps that goes overlooked. I got mad aunts that were filling them gaps. I got uncles that were filling them gaps. Marquise need this. My peoples will go get it. Peoples will go get it. Like it wasn't just depending on my mother to do it all the time. And if it was dependent on my mother to do it, it's because she was ashamed to ask for help. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. But like learning to ask for help. Learning not to be ashamed that you need help, for needing help. Not being around people that shame you for needing help. Like that shit, that's corny. There's mad people that do that. Like, you should be able to do that yourself. It's like, yeah, I could, but like, if it's people that are here to help me do it, let me lock in with folks. Now, it is a time where you gotta just be on your own. You gotta be dolo. You gotta be tucked away, making your little plans, getting your mind right, so you can come back outside proper. But it's times when you need community. People be shaming the shit out of you for needing some help, for wanting other people to do stuff for you. You're using people. I said sometimes. Sometimes people need to get used. Sometimes. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. The difference between using somebody and abusing somebody is in the intention behind how you're doing it. Manipulation and influence. It's the intention behind what you're doing. I'm influencing you to live a better life. Or is it I'm going to manipulate people so that they go vote for somebody that doesn't have their best interest? I'm going to manipulate people so that they think they're the reason why their life is a problem, why they're struggling in life. I'm going to manipulate people. I'm going to use this propaganda so that this segment of people is marginalized and disenfranchised from the benefits of the liberties that we speak of. Like, that's messy. That's broken. That's brokenness. That's foul. That's ignorant. That's a problem. But if you're gonna influence people in a positive direction, hey y'all, did y'all pray today? Hey, did y'all drink water today? Y'all hydrate? When's the last time you ate some vegetables? What vegetables do you like? Let's influence each other to be better human beings. Not a better man. I'm a good man. I'm a good person. Are you a better human being? Do you honor humanity? That's a better question for me these days. Do you honor humanity? Do you honor the humanity of other people? You know, or is this just all about you? Are you God's gift to life? You know, because if you didn't come here, you know, what would we do if we didn't have you here? What would life be if you weren't the person you are, right? Like, nah, man. Nobody's that important. Nobody's greater than the whole. And I get sick of seeing that. I get sick of people being propped up above the whole because they earned a lot of money, or because they have sex with a certain type of woman, or because people that are insecure want to be them instead of being themselves because they haven't taken time to learn themselves. I'm tired of seeing it. And I'm tired of us going along with it like we're just supposed to. You know, that's just the way it is. So, oh, that's cute. They've always said that's just the way it is. But the way it is something that we are complicit with. Why don't you take your power back? The power is in the people. The power is of the people. You got more power than you realize. Just tuning into this was a decision that you're actively making. You're actively making a decision to spend your morning watching me do something. Why? The motivations behind it could be anything that I don't have time to care about. But you've actively made this decision. Won't you actively make a decision to get in the gym this year? Actively make a decision to read that book that you couldn't finish as a child because you were dealing with too much trauma? Why don't you actively make the decision to be intentional about how you breathe? Actively make the decision to show up in the community around you. Fill in the gaps. Oh, that lady need help with her groceries. You gotta ask. You gotta ask. Don't be forceful about helping people either. That's the other half. I was being helpful. It's like, no, bro. Help with consent. Some of y'all be like, well, they didn't want no help. It's like, I wouldn't take help from you either. Your breath stank. Your breath stank when you said it. They didn't want my help. Said, you're not giving help. You're trying to be seen as a helper. You already got your reward. Look at me being helpful. Look at me caring about people. I care about people. I care about people. Hey, yo. It's funny though, cause like I moved in circles of people like that, so sometimes I gotta assume to be that. Man, I will go in the house and act like I was never outside. I do not care. I do not care. My issue is when flowers aren't given, when opportunities are not brought to me because somebody's a hater. Simply put, somebody's a hater. They mad that it's me instead of them. I was doing it just like he was. It's like, but you're doing it from a different position then. You're not doing it from your heart. I'm doing this for the 6th grader that was at the house party that should have been at a school dance. I'm doing this for the kid who wanted more arts programs but didn't get to have them because they took funding out of the school. Because there was a war going on that there was no genuine resolve for, because his father was gone for most of his childhood. Like, I'm doing this for that guy. I'm doing this for the kid that don't feel seen, valued, or heard. The kid I was. The kid I still am. Because time is not linear. Like, that's actually what's sad. Oh, grow up. You're not a kid anymore. What have I become? I'm everything I ever was. Everything I ever was. From the day I entered this plane to the day I exit, I'll be everything I ever was. I don't get how that is. Oh, please look at the messages. My apologies. I am favorite football player. Are you saying footballer like soccer? I gotta get into soccer. What is that? Which dish are you making? I'm making a tea. So I'm chopping these and then I'm putting them in here. I got lemon, cinnamon, you know what I'm saying? You hear the sniffs? It's that season, so I'm being real intentional. Let me just throw this in there now. I got cinnamon stick, see if this pops, you know what I'm saying? That smacks. I got some ground cinnamon. I don't want to do ground cinnamon, but I got it, so I'm like, let me run it. So I'm gonna do that. This ain't the cinnamon challenge. This ain't the cinnamon challenge. But yeah, I feel like I can do something with this though. High key. I'm gonna store that in here. I'm gonna paint the top of this. I low key want to use this for like some art related, but I don't know yet. I don't know exactly what that is. I feel like I can use these ginger shreds or something, so I don't want to just throw them away. That's actually what's been irritating, that I haven't learned all the ways to use the stuff that I've been like using. Use the stuff I've been using. What's up, African native? That's how it's spelled. A and then Freakan. Frickan. Yeah. Oh, already the cinnamon smacking. I like it. I can smell it. It's in the air. It's in the air. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Like, that was funny too when I was coming up. You listen to white people music. You listen, like, bro, ain't no such thing as ain't no race type music, bro. There's a culture behind certain music. That's why certain people can like join it so quickly. That's how Beyonce can do a country album, because it's a culture behind music, but it's not a race-based thing. I hated that. You're talking white. I'm saying, bro, like, it's language. If I learn Spanish and I start saying, ¿Cómo está? Buenos días. Gracias. Gracias, mi amor. Gracias, mi amor. I gotta say mi amor because it's definitely gonna be to the ladies. But I'm saying, like, if I'm learning, all right, if I'm learning something that's beyond the culture that I start as, it doesn't mean that it's this race of people. It's like, yo, y'all weird. It's just cultural. It's all cultural. Culturally relative. If I learn how to speak Ethiopian, it doesn't mean I'm Ethiopian. It's just I valued the culture enough to study it. I valued it enough to give it my time. Yeah. But I used to love rock songs growing up. I love rock songs. I love R&B songs. You've abandoned me. Of course I love R&B songs, right? But my grandparents were like really big on playing music on Fridays. And I watched my grandfather slow dance with my grandmother. So it meant a lot to me. I seen what love looks like as an action versus just, I love you, honey. Dear, I love you, I care. I saw my grandfather like, I love my lady. My grandfather had 9 kids with my grandmother. He loved her. He had 9 pieces of proof that he loved her. And if it wasn't love, it was something that kept, it was something. If it was lust, whatever. But it was a connection, an honorable connection. I think that's what's so funny too, is like, is this lust? It's like, what if it is? What if it is? But if it keeps us together and it allows us to honor God, it allows us to honor values in each other, it's got to be something greater, right? What if it is lust? Is that a problem? Is that a problem? Why we got to be ashamed of that? There's some people that have never had sex. Never had sex. They don't got no sex drive. You know what I'm saying? People really don't be thinking about that sometimes. As much as people be on the internet complaining, some people never had sex, bro. Think about that. Think about that. They never have sex, bro. Just this whole time. And I can't even speak to if they missing something. Yeah, I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy myself. But I wonder sometimes, like, what would it have been like if I didn't ever get into that? You know? Some people that are asexual. Like just intentionally asexual. Like not on some trendy, like, I'm asexual because I'm tired of being in the streets. It's like, okay, you'll be back out there. We'll see you when you come back. But it's people that's like, I'm just this way. And I won't be anything else through this entire experience. Like, okay, cool, good for you. Okay, so natural fruits and berries. Let me see. It could just be a sniff jar. Isn't that crazy? Ginger smells amazing, man. Ginger smells amazing. I got Texas. I'm getting Texas. Texas from Texas. You've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Just a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore. From the wheels outside my name. I don't know the lyrics now, but I got the melody inside my head. You've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. It's just a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore. Who sings that, y'all? I be wanting to know. Are y'all like real people? Who sings that? Who sings that joint right there? Who sings the Love Don't Live Here Anymore? I did you wrong. My heart went out to play. And in the game I lost you. What a price to pay. And I'm crying. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. I'm just a crying to give you my love. You're so precious, the one I dream of, darling, you. That's really why I'm doing this. I keep feeling sinuses building up, man. I'm not a fan, man. I like the weather. I like the winter now a little more because I actually got some boots. That's actually the key to a good winter for me. Warm feet. If my feet can't be warm, I'm irritated. Just off top. Like, leave me alone. My feet are cold. I didn't realize how integral that was. But, yeah, like, I don't like the sickness that comes in the winter. People say I'm the life of the party 'cause I tell a joke or two. Well, I might be laughing loud and hearty, but deep inside I'm blue. So take a good look at my face. You'll see my smile. Looks out of place. You look closer. Also, I apologize for jumping into the falsetto. One of my friends told me, you don't sing falsetto well. I said, all right, bet. But I grew up thinking I could sing like Michael Jackson or Prince one day. So I just kept singing high. And then one day in choir practice, I was singing a song and I don't know, I felt like I caught the spirit or something. I was just like, oh my goodness, that felt good. But then it scared me. And then people would start being weird to me, like right after. We were singing some songs, and I was always grateful for my music teacher. And just again, like I said, I knew early on, and my mother kind of had put a lot of fear in me as well around like music industry standards when it came to like people getting taken advantage of. I didn't like the energy that I saw people holding when it came to like it's like watching my talents. So I don't know. I even when I think about child stars and these documentaries come out that express like that give us clear insight to what was going on in these spaces, like things that we would rumor about, and things that were assumed that actually were true. Like these children were dealing with high level narcissists all throughout their childhood. Mm. Mm. Then when it was over, they were blamed for their shortcomings. Oh, how could you be on drugs? It's like, well, did you see how they came up? You do realize it was drugs in the green room. You do realize it was predators on a set, right? You know that was like a standard that was considered acceptable at some point, right? It was an expectation that people be problematic and predatory. And I think that's what's unfortunate, that when certain expectations are built within a like culture, it gives people more space to excuse poor behavior because it's like, well, you know how those people are. You shouldn't have went over there. And it's like, well, let's get past the you shouldn't have went over there. Let's get to the part where we stop allowing people to be that thing that we shouldn't go to. Like, let's make a lot less space and community for that. Because the fact that we're not speaking out against it is what's making it possible. Like, making it possible. Well, you know how they are. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people also hurt themselves. That's something I've had to accept as I think about the friends who have unalived themselves. As I think about some of the people I lost in my journey. Hurt people hurt themselves. Hurt people don't just hurt people. And some people that hurt people aren't actually hurt. How about we get to that understanding as a community? Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt themselves. And some people that are hurt aren't actually hurt. That felt good. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt themselves. And some people that are hurting people aren't actually hurt. They're actually just fucking bullies. Excuse my language. That's one thing I cannot stand. A bully. And I keep it 1,000. I don't really like to speak on celebrity stuff that much, but I was grateful for seeing the Drake moment because he was a bully. I'm grateful for seeing the Kanye moment and like people pushing back finally because he's been a bully and that's not fair. Like I understand that you've taken a loss, but the reality is a lot of us wake up to major loss every day of the week. Some of us wake up to losses greater than the ones these folks are complaining about. We don't go out and hurt people because of it. Sometimes we numb our pain with substances that aren't benefiting us. Sometimes we actually hurt ourselves and unalive ourselves. Sometimes we're binge eating foods that we know aren't good for our body. That's included in the substances that don't work for us. Sometimes we limit our concept of drugs to the hard stuff. And in reality, Cheetos is a drug too. In reality, there's a lot of things that are also very harmful to our body, our system. Oh, but yeah. Almost there. I got these left. Look at these fingers. Flexing ginger. I ain't like do that. That's my rapper side. Man, y'all ain't having ginger like me, dummy. Ain't having ginger like me, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Where your fruits and veggies, man? What you on, man? We out here getting nature, man. Come on, man. We out here with it. We out here having it. We having it. Yeah, man. People be hurting themselves because they get hurt. And everybody that's hurting folks ain't hurt, man. Some people are just bullies. We really gotta get into that. No, it's because of what he went through. No, it's because he's an asshole. excuse my language. It's because of what he went through. No, it's because he's an awful person. He's a narcissist. That's what it is. It's not because of what he went through. If it was because of what he went through, he would have sought some help. He's trying to be better than the people that hurt him. He's trying to be better than everybody now. He always was trying to be better than everybody. That's why he was bullied in the first place. Oh, I get it. He just got a bad personality. That guy was being nice to get something. He's not actually a nice guy. I dealt with that a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I used to play the nice guy. I'm nice. How could you be mean to me? I'm nice, but I'm nice. And it's like, you know what? No, I'm not that nice. I'm actually hella mean on the back end. And I'm covering up my meanness. I'm covering up the truth of my feelings so that I can get what I want. I'm manipulative because it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. It's about why you do it. It's about the intention behind the action. A lot of people send up prayers. Some people send up prayers for the harm of others. Some people don't send up prayers for the good of all. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't send up prayers for the good of all. Some people send up prayers and they wish death upon people. It's not what you do, it's why you do it. It's how you do it. And they be wondering why their life messed up. God, why you let them have that? They shouldn't have that. You sent the prayer up. You sending hateful prayers up and wondering why your life in disarray? Like, what? Make it make sense, please. I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm not meant to. Yeah, I ain't gonna say maybe. I'm certainly not meant to. Each day through my window, I watch her as she passes by. I say to myself, you're such a lucky guy. To have a girl like her is truly a dream come true. Out of all the people in the world, she belongs to me. Oh, but it was... What's the song? But it was running away with me. Oh, yeah. It was just my running away with me. Ooh, every night in my dreams I pray, dear Lord, hear my prayer. You never take a time. All right, so I gotta put this on pause. Appreciate all y'all. My favorite song in this moment, my favorite song in this exact moment is Wesley's Theory, Kendrick Lamar. And the second one is Nao, Bad Blood. Hey, yo, if this really Sabrina Carpenter, hit my line, shorty. Charm City Bipper. It's like, be out. All right. Later.